It is Wednesday with Troy Ward, the head coach of the Abbotsford Heat. What a December, 9-1-1, despite all that player movement, all the injuries. How do you look back at the last month of 2011?
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to the players. You got to give a lot of credit to my staff. Like, they do an unbelievable job. There's two things that have to happen there, and the people I just mentioned. I think the players have to be acceptable to change, playing different roles during that time. I think the coaches have to do a good job of preparing them for the changes and putting different parts into different pieces and different people in different places and all those things that go on. So those two people, team-wise and assistant coaches, have done a tremendous job in preparing us for that month.
A lot of injuries have mounted up. One of the latest, the captain who you missed in your last game of the 2011 calendar. What do we know about Quintin Laing? How close is he to a return?
Well, I think Quintin should be fine this weekend. You're always worried about a little bit of a long-term situation there because, he's got a significant bump on his top of his foot, and so more pressure just activates more things to happen over a period of time. But seems to be managing himself pretty well right now and looks to be able to play this weekend.
A lot of guys have been up to Calgary recently, I think 5, and then Clay Wilson, and changing places with Joe Pascula. I thought Clay really had a great month of December and earned that. What did you notice with the extra ice he got?
Well, extra ice is the right term. He got a lot of ice. Him and Brendan Mickelson play a lot of minutes for us back there with Joe gone, because Joe was our number one guy here last year with TJ Brody as far as ice time is concerned. So I thought Clay deserved it. He plays a lot of minutes. He seems to get better as the game wears on, and he seems to get better with more minutes. He's a guy they talk about Bo up there playing 28, 30 minutes. Clay Wilson can play 28, 30 down here, and he actually gets better. So I thought he deserved it. It was good. He played last year in Florida in the National Hockey League towards the end of last year, and he deserves it, and we're happy for him.
Finally, there's all this pressure to win at home earlier in the year. When you didn't, everyone said, oh, this team's no good at home. All of a sudden, you got 8 games in a row at home where you picked up a point. There's only 3 teams in the AHL that have fewer losses on home ice than you. Have you dispelled that myth now?
Well, you just helped us. I would say that, we felt good even earlier. I mean, me and you talked behind the scenes a little bit. We felt good about how we were playing at home. We weren't getting rewarded for sometimes our performance. We made some bad decisions at bad times, and it cost us a couple of points. But, I think it's important, and we're at a point where, historically, maybe in this franchise, we might not be that great in the States because of our travel time, but we have to be good at home, and we've become more consistent at home, at least point-wise here of late, and that's part of the streak that we were just on.
Finally, early news from the All-Star game. We know Krys Kolanos is going. We don't know a whole lot else, but no huge surprise there, really, is there?
No huge surprise. Excuse me, really exciting for him because, you look at however many months he was off, almost 2 years, 2 calendar years, and playing at least a year and 3 quarters, so what a great reward for him. It speaks to his attention to detail and his professionalism and how great a shape he keeps himself in, and he does have some abilities, so I'm real happy for him.
Thanks, as always, to head coach Troy Ward. For more on the Heat, abbotsfordheat.com, the Hub, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.